Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Another episode, Funny Business Podcast. Yada yada yada. Thanks for coming in. Glad you're here. Mike, I am depressed.
Why?
Well, take a guess. Why do you think I'm depressed?
Your anxiety is chronic, but your ass is iconic.
Well, obviously, but so I have a bit of a story. Today, as of recording this podcast, was a little thing called a pre-sale on Taylor Swift tickets.
Oh no!
Yeah. So I was lucky enough to get a code, an early access code. I got an early access code. It was for one of the shows in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, not Pennsylvania.
Well, with work, that's not going to happen. The Pennsylvania show. Because I have games that weekend, so unfortunately, and also with the one in Meadowlands. So so I waited in the queue. I waited a long time. The queue had to get paused because Ticketmaster did not put in all of the codes that they sent out, so that was great. So after about 3 hours, I am in line, and I am about 180 people away from getting in, and I got kicked out. So I get back in line, and for somehow I got back in line. It gave me my original spot back, pretty quickly. When I got back in, I was only 1,000 people behind. So I get closer to 600, 200. Eventually, I got in. I got in the tickets. I see the seating map. Wouldn't take my code originally. Took my code. Got 2 tickets. One for me, one for April. I hit checkout. I put my card information in. I type in my address. Everything's looking great, right?
Yeah.
I hit purchase. A little note pops up from my, I think it was technically through my bank, that they had to send, no. They had to send a verification code.
Right.
So I could type in the code. So for the purchase. However, the only phone number listed for the code was my home phone number. I could not, my home phone number is not even on my Ticketmaster account. I don't know how they got it. No one was home. And I had about 3 minutes left. I don't have Taylor Swift tickets.
F's in the chat.
F's in the chat for sure. I was devastated. I sat on my screen and just stared at it for 5 minutes. I'm like, this can't be real life. I was 2 seconds away, and I even checked. No one was home. They could have called the home phone number.
Yeah.
No one was home to get. If my mother would have been home, I would have called her. I would have got the code. Would have been fine. And now the tickets that I were going to have are way too expensive on StubHub as of now. So yeah, that was a depressing way to start off my week after coming back from Florida. And then I come back from Florida and it's snowing. So that's wonderful.
Well, what's going on there, Mr. Grumpy Kills? Anything else you want to air your grievances to? Sorry, I didn't introduce the Say What segment, but okay.
Yeah, this is Down in the Dumps circle show.
Get Down in the Dumps, whoops.
Everybody just kept coming up, did you get tickets? And I was just like, I don't want to talk about it, guys. It's not now.
Well, I heard Ticketmaster was having a little issue, not just with you, with everyone.
It was bad. I think there's even today at 2 p.m. there was supposed to be a Capital One. If you had Capital One credit card or something like that, you could get it. They pushed that back to tomorrow because it's just that's how bad it is. They effed up big time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I still have hope. I'll probably find some StubHub ticket or something. We'll see.
In the wise words of Taylor Swift to Ticketmaster, it's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But that's what I'm doing. How are you? How are things?
Wow, what a pivot. I'm just dandy, man. I really don't know how to respond to that. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry.
It is what it is. I'll end up caving and buying StubHub tickets. It'll happen.
Yeah. Or SeatGeek, sponsor us.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, I'm it's, like Matt said, it's snowing in the area. So we got to see our first snowfall of I always say this is the new year. I mean, I'm stuck on an academic schedule. So it's like the start of the snow of the new year. But I was surprised it snowed today. I mean,
yeah, me too.
Recording.
Kind of came out of nowhere. I actually didn't know it was snowing until I went to drive home today.
Yeah.
And it was like sleeting in my car. I'm like, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll take an occasional snowfall. I'm kind of over it, most of it at this point, just because I don't want to drive in it. It's really the big thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good. And then like tires and all that jazz and all-wheel drive. I mean, tires is expensive as heck, but is what it is.
Automatic starts, though, huge for the winter.
Yes.
Get the car heated up, get the defrost on the windshield up and going.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. We're coming up onto a year of me buying my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just bought my car.
Yeah.
So it's making moves.
Look at us. Big boys.
Look at us. Big boys and girls. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you think, Matt, people are tired of hearing our Anchor ad?
Yeah, probably. But let's be honest, if it wasn't for Anchor, we would not be doing a podcast.
You're right, Matt. Once again, we have to thank Anchor for helping us continue to make each episode. Y'all know how it works. Anchor is free. It's easy to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and distributes your podcast to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more.
And you all know that you can make money too, even with the first couple episodes that you start with.
So why haven't you started your own podcast yet? Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm.
So Mike, when do you think we'll stop talking about Anchor?
Oh man, Matt. You know what? To be completely honest, I think we'll be talking about this for a long time.
Well, Matt, I mean, considering T Swift, you go to a concert, you experience a concert, right?
Yeah.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I just got an ear itch.
Oh, an itch, an ear itch.
Yeah. Yep, we're good.
Usually the most traditional way is to sit in an audience. But now, with technology going around, Matt, there's other ways that people can experience it. They could experience it on the TV. They could experience it on Facebook Live. They could also experience it on VR. And I'm not sure that if Taylor Swift has any availability for her tour to be a virtual reality. But Matt, I feel like we have not talked about virtual reality on this show.
I don't think we have.
We've talked about Meta. We've talked about some other things. Things are starting to develop. We may talk about the metaverse in a little bit, but I found this article, Matt, that's kind of concerning. So when you think of VR, what comes to mind when you think of VR?
Like video games.
Okay. So bare bone, like, what do you think of when you think video games? Like,
something like first person experience.
Okay, it's experience.
Whether it's like I don't know, you're playing a sport or like
right.
you're physically doing the motion of experiencing what it's like to be the main character or the character at that time.
It's like an escape almost, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
taking yourself out of reality into the virtual sense. So Matt, there was the Oculus, big partners at the book face. Obviously are trying to innovate and create a lot of these certain concepts to apply to VR. We've seen those really weird articles and news stories of like people trying to live in the metaverse for a day. A lot of work to do, in my opinion. But this individual, by the name of, trying to find the name, I apologize, everybody. It is, wow, I'm Palmer Luckey. Palmer Luckey is the founder of Oculus.
Yeah, I think I know where you're going with this.
You know where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Matt, give me one of your favorite games of all time, video games.
Fortnite.
Okay, Fortnite. Number one victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we're about to get down.
Get down.
Which, by the way, Trent and I had a sick Victory Royale the night before
Nice.
this podcast recording, so I gotta show you it later. So yeah, Fortnite is a game where if you get shot, you're done, right?
Yep.
So what if VR, you play a game that's like Fortnite, and when your character dies, you die?
Yeah, that would suck. To put it lightly.
So Palmer Luckey is experimenting VR headsets, is putting away that which, if you die in the game, you die in real life. Minecraft hardcore mode has gone to another level, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did was the way that they put it together, the concept. I'm trying to find where it is, but your thoughts on this, Matt?
Why? Just why? It's unnecessary. I don't. I think the point of video games is and VR. Well, maybe not VR. Well, I guess kind of VR. It's kind of like an escape from reality. You can kind of like set the bad days aside and the worker side, family matters, friends issues, social media, put it all away. And you dive into this video game, you dive into this VR experience, you tune everything out, and you're just focused in on that. I don't want my VR experience to affect me negatively, let alone kill me. Let alone would I play a VR experience or game, whatever you want to call it, that if I die in the game, I die in real life. That is that. What are we doing here? Like, how do you even think to make something like that? We've talked about this before, like how people have the capacity to not just think of the idea, but to think of actually how to actually make it. How do you come up with this? How is this even real?
So the concept I was able to find, thank you for your thoughts, man, is if they die in the video game, it kills them in real life as their brain gets, quote, bombarded by extraordinarily powerful microwaves. This happens as the players are attached to, quote, the Nerve Gear VR head-mounted display set. Hence, the only way out is to win or find an escape route. I will tell you, let me tell you something. This is not a good idea.
No, this is quite awful, actually.
I don't understand why we need to say it is not a good idea. I mean, I get, everyone has one or two bad ideas, right? Like running this podcast. Fantastic idea.
Tremendous.
What's one bad thing that we did in the podcast?
Nothing.
Exactly. We all have a couple 2-3 bad ideas, but the reality of being a video game is meant to escape reality. And not that I want to get too dark, but like maybe some individuals, their escape is video games. And like there may be some individuals that may have thoughts of passing or whatnot, or grief, or like people passing. The last thing I want is to go to a video game and rely heavily on my skill set and my wit in order for me to actually play the game, achieve the game, and not die.
Yeah, I just wouldn't ever play anything that I could potentially die from, like video game wise. Obviously, like this experience is like, I mean, I don't think I'd ever go skydiving, but like people go skydiving because it's fun. Yes, there's a chance bad things would happen, but most 99% of the time, 99.99% of the time, everybody that skydives lives. If you give me a video game, you tell me there's a 50-50 chance that I die, there's a 0% chance I play that game. Like, no questions asked. You tell me that? No, not happening. I don't even know why someone would want to develop something like this. Mm-hmm. Like, how much joy could you possibly bring people by giving them an experience that they could die from?
So, reading upon the article, Lucky does say the good news is that we're halfway to making a true Nerve Gear. The bad news is that so far I've only figured out the half that kills you.
This guy's too smart for his own good. Sometimes being too smart is bad. This is one of those instances where, like, yeah, he's just too smart.
Hey, being the smartest person in the room is not the best thing to be a part of.
That's why being average is the best. If you're average at life, you have no expectations of being good. You have no expectations of being bad. That means when you do something lower than your expectations, it's like, all right, well, things happen, but you don't get that much in trouble when you're average. If you're average and you do something really good, everybody praises you because like you did that much of a better job. So like being average in everything is the best. That's why people always say like if they wanted to be an average baseball player, you probably still make like close to like $5 million in your life playing baseball. Like that's awesome.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, Matt. I mean, I think this also, and I wanted to ask you, because obviously this is the first time we've talked about this. What do you think of the metaverse and the virtual reality of the sense?
I don't know too much about it.
Okay.
To have such a strong opinion. I don't fully love it. I'm not super interested in it. I understand it's cool, and maybe I just haven't done enough research on it to have a strong opinion, but I don't know. I don't feel like it's anything I'm ever going to get like super involved with or something that I plan on getting super interested with. Just because I feel like I'd rather just experience life. Like there's plenty of stuff in our lives that we can experience first person for ourselves that I really wouldn't want to take away from that just to experience VR.
Yeah. I am a huge proponent of AR, in my opinion. Augmented reality. So augmented reality is more based on overlay in the reality of the world. A good example is Google Glass. Do you remember Google Glass?
Yes, the glasses thing.
Glasses.
Right?
Yeah. So that is your augmented reality. And I know Apple, they're talking about, augmented reality and all these things. There's some instances where there was this really cool thing where, I don't want to say with the augmented reality, but somebody put on a headset and there's this app that like has the laptop, but then in the augmented reality, you can have about like 6 screens that you can work from. I think me thinking it's probably just uncomfortable because it's so large, the headset, that I don't think it would be comfortable. But I also think too that unfortunately Mark Zuckerberg kind of missed the train in, I know there's a lot of stuff going on, so missed the train in this actually putting into quote reality, because obviously this was a thought of coming from the pandemic, and there's sources that say that Zuckerberg is literally relying on another pandemic or the apocalypse, like relying on an apocalypse in order for this metaverse to happen. And I don't like that forward thinking. I don't like that expectation. But I think he missed the mark. He should have done it as soon as the pandemic started. I mean, I know we're both two average Joes around here as far as, coding and creating crap, but I think he just missed the mark and really should have just stuck with what he was trying to do in building the platform better of Facebook. And
I think anyone that lived through COVID and said, you know what, we need another one of those to happen. You know what, I don't really trust you. Also, Zuckerberg's just a robot himself. Like he's not a real person. He actually might be from virtual reality, to be honest. I don't know. What are your, like, are you interested in VR or anything like that?
To a degree. I think it comes to a point where you need reality, but then it doesn't hurt to have some virtual reality. Like, I think one of the best things, Taylor Swift concert. Like, you could imagine, now I'm going to put this in a different scenario. Someone who has a pre-existing condition that can't go out in crowds. And I'm thinking of like the pandemic world, like having, I forget what the terminology is, like not a pre-existing condition, but having a, not enough of a stable, God, I can't even speak today. I'm just going to stop.
Okay.
Somebody who has like cancer or something like that, that like really can't interact with people. Having that opportunity to watch the Taylor Swift concert in the same seat that they could have gotten because they bought tickets. I think that is where it's applicable. But again, I think I'm more into the augmented reality of the overlay into the reality. Mm-hmm. So like one of the things, which I know is a silly instance, which really the Apple Watch has done an amazing job in trying to meet those demands. You ever tried walking with maps?
Yeah.
So like the Google Glass, for example, like having an overlay of like, this is where you turn right, or this is where you turn left, or this is where you go straight. Like literally having that overlay of seeing where exactly you're going. Because we've all done it, putting on maps or Google Maps or Waze. You take one of the exits and you're not really sure what the exit is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to have that overlay of like, go to this exit, and you're literally seeing it as you're driving through it. So I see the benefits and I see the takeaways. However, I still think we have a lot to work to do.
Yeah, no, that would have been a big help for me driving through the Florida Turnpike this past weekend. Nice little, like a visual of me taking the exit or a visual of taking this toll booth, because that was a wild time.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, VR is kind of like blown up pretty big. So I think it was only a matter of time till something like this happened. But like, again, would you feel comfortable developing something that could kill someone?
No.
I don't think I could either. I don't live with myself with that.
I don't want to be held responsible for it either.
No, this is that's also another thing. This is like, if this would come to fruition and like someone actually dies in the game, there's gotta be a lawsuit or something. Yeah. I know you probably signed something saying you waive. That doesn't matter. You can sue for anything nowadays. This guy's gonna get sued.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, Lucky obviously is still working through it. It is in the development stage right now, so it is not on sale. So please be mindful of that. But I think we should just stick to the virtual reality of, because that technically crosses over to reality. You die in the game, you die in reality. Like, I think that's a crossover that should not happen.
Yeah, no, that's not virtual anymore. That is literally reality.
Real. Just
with the headset on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's insane. So, if you're that bored, just buy the new Call of Duty. Really, that's all Fortnite. It comes down to. Yeah, or Fortnite,
Rocket League,
Minecraft,
Fall Guys, Minecraft.
If it's like a virtual reality, like you start a new life, play The Sims or something.
Yeah.
Just there's other games you can play that aren't going to kill you.
Yep.
Might kill your eyes.
Yeah.
But no. Once you get older, you're not going to be able to see anyway. So.
But yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on. We have a very special second half of the episode for you all. And it is time for another edition of Funny Business Power Rankings. Okay, we have a very special edition of Power Rankings this week. We have not one, but two very special guests on the show. I'm going to throw it to Mike for the introductions.
Yes. Third time's a charm, right? So you may have been hearing these names dropped a couple episodes before this episode. I met these two wonderful, young, kind gentlemen playing Rocket League, actually. I think it was competitive because, you know, we're that good. But they have been loyal supporters. They've listened to our podcast. I think Alex, I think, is on a binge, but we will think about it. They bought our merch. But we are pleased to bring both Alex and Derek from the show. Alex and Derek, welcome to the Funny Business Podcast.
Thank you.
Hello.
It's an honor.
It's really great to be here.
Is this your first time on a podcast?
Yes.
Probably.
Probably.
Probably. Sure.
All right, Matt, let's jump into some power rankings for today.
All right. So you guys know me and Mike love food. We're both fat. We like to eat. We like to drink beer. With beer comes food. What's a great food to eat with beer? A
Pretzels.
Sandwich.
Oh.
Well, yes, but sandwich. So this week we are going to be doing the Funny Business Power Rankings of sandwiches. So we have distinguished anything that fits between two pieces of bread is a sandwich. And there will be 5 rounds. This is the first time we've had 4 people, so it's an extra 5 picks. So there's going to be a lot of pick stealing, a lot of debate back and forth. We'll see how it goes. So how we do this in the past, we will each guess a number between 1 and 50. Whoever is closest to that number gets to pick the order. You can go over it, you can be under it, doesn't matter. So 1 through 50. Mike, do you have it pulled up?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to say 21.
I'm going to say 41. Alex?
16.
I'm gonna go 32.
Okay.
9.
Okay. So Alex gets to pick the order.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to go Matt, Derek, Mike.
Of course.
Damn it, I did not want to
Wait,
go
where are
first.
you at in the order?
Yeah, I was gonna say where's
first.
oh, okay.
Oh, you're first.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. So it's you, me, then who?
Derek.
Derek, and
And
then
me.
Mike's last.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then remember, everybody, we're doing a snake draft. So after the first round, Mike will go first, and then back to Derek, me, Alex, and every round flips.
All right, Alex, take
Alright.
it away.
So I'm for my first pick is gonna be the Nutella and banana sandwich.
Wow.
Can't go wrong with that.
It's a strong
It's
first
like
pick.
a dessert and something filling at the same time.
That's a hell of a first choice.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not expect that.
Did not either.
Okay. My first pick. This is a tough one. I am going to go with the cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
Yep. It's a great
Philly
pick.
cheesesteak.
It's just cheesesteak.
Okay.
So I had an issue with cheesesteaks
Okay.
because between two. Wait, I already answered my own question. That's fine with me.
Correct. There it is. Have you guys, anyone ever had an authentic Philly cheesesteak from Philly?
Yes.
I've
No,
had
the
one
best.
from Chicago.
Well,
Does that count?
okay, Chicago cheesesteak is, listen, you can't get better than cheese and meat.
Yeah.
Putting some peppers and onions in there, or a little cheese whiz if you like cheese whiz. So yeah, cheesesteak. It's my first pick.
All right.
All right.
Derek, you're up, man.
So Matt selfishly took one of mine.
Oh wow! Off the bat. Okay.
I think I'll start with the French toast, peanut butter, and banana.
Oh,
Whoa.
Sticking to the dessert theme.
interesting.
Okay.
Mhm.
I've never had that before.
I also
You
have
should
never
try
had it.
Okay.
Yeah,
It'll
that's a new one
change
to
your
me.
world.
All right. I got to give a shout out to Jenna for this
Okay.
because this is what has when we were in college. This is what we always used to go for.
I know,
It's
yeah.
called a honey hammer.
Mhm.
However, what it is a ham, cheese, Dijon on a pretzel bun.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds great. That's the
Yeah, that
opposite
sounds
of
good.
where I thought you were going with that.
That is, I did. Yeah, so I did have ham and cheese on my list. So it's a classic. Anything ham and cheese, the honey hammer, especially with the pretzel bun,
Mm.
is phenomenal.
Oh,
But yeah, that's a great pick.
Yes.
yeah,
All right.
that's-
Well, it looks like I'm going first for round 2.
Correct.
I'm going with a grilled cheese for pick number 2.
Damn it!
I think childhood,
taking
like
everyone's.
my childhood revolved around having a grilled cheese for dinner because I was a picky eater to begin with. So grilled cheese at my second pick for Funny Business Power Rankings.
Did you at least have a tomato soup on the side to dip it?
No, I did not.
Mm.
No.
What?
So you raw dog grilled cheeses too?
Yeah, here we go. Which, by the way, short plug. There are about maybe about 900 of you that have not followed the Funny Business Entertainment Instagram. I suggest you do.
It's a fact.
Anyway,
one of them.
yeah, Derek, you are next, my friend.
So I can't choose 5 cheese grilled cheese. I'm gonna go with the French dip.
Okay.
Oh,
Classic French.
Okay.
Arby's French dip.
I had that on my list. My only caveat against the French dip is the dip kind of makes the sandwich.
I agree. The
Yeah,
au
yeah,
jus. I was talking to my fiance last night. I was telling her when you dip the sandwich in the au jus, it just brings it all together.
Mm-hmm.
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 It's a good pick. I had it on
Mhm.
there. Wow, I'm not gonna lie. My all my top 5 is still in play.
Oh.
So I got some tough choices. My second pick, I'm going to go the chicken sandwich.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can't go wrong with a good chicken sandwich. Doesn't matter where you get it from. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. It does. Obviously, there's some that are out there that are way better than the others. Chick-fil-A, Popeyes. I think KFC has a very underrated chicken sandwich. Very underrated.
That's debatable.
Well, what's wrong with KFC chicken sandwich? It's
I
great.
mean, you just compared it to Chick-fil-A, which is a little insulting.
Yeah.
But
Well, I end up. I think Popeyes is the best.
Popeyes, yes.
Popeyes has a little more crisp than Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Mm.
Yep.
I will say, Matt, you stole one of mine, but I went with the spicy chicken sandwich, so I will have that applicable to the grilled chicken sandwich.
Yep. All right, Alex, you're up.
I'm gonna go with the lobster roll.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's a good
Yeah.
pick.
Say.
Is a roll the same as a sandwich? Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, it's in between two pieces of
It's in
bread.
between 2 pieces of bread. Absolutely.
Me and my fiance were in Boston. We went to this restaurant. They had a really good lobster roll. Got me hooked on them.
Hooked on a feeling.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't get us copyrighted.
Oh, yeah.
DMCA'd.
Yes. And then you have another pick.
Oh yeah, you're back
Okay.
again.
I'm gonna go with a meatball sandwich.
Okay. Yep, I had it on my list.
Classic.
Ooh.
Yep.
Good old Italiana.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Whole meatball sub.
go wrong with
Absolutely.
it.
No, you really can't. What's the best cheese to put on a meatball sub, though? Because there is a correct answer to this.
Mm.
Provolone.
Correct.
Nailed it.
There you
Correct. Yes. Excellent answer. All right. So 3rd round pick, looking for some value. I think I got a 1st round pick, valued in the 3rd round. Give me the cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even think of that.
Yeah, neither did I. Honestly, I don't have it on my
I
list.
mean, that's arguably number 1 overall.
Right.
Like a
Can't-
smash burger, or just any general cheeseburger.
Just cheeseburger.
Mm,
Meat, cheese, bun.
mm.
Yeah.
Classic.
Mike, you look upset. Did I take a
had a
pick?
problem with cheesesteaks and cheeseburgers, let me tell you. Like, it's a burger,
Yeah, it's between
my
2
opinion.
pieces of bread.
but it doesn't
'Cause of-
constitute as a sandwich.
Yes, and absolutely. What do
It's
you
the same
mean?
thing as if a cereal was a soup.
It's
That
in between
also
2
is
pieces
It's
the-
in
of bread.
between 2 pieces of bread.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine. Whatever.
We had this
I didn't.
discussion before the
You
podcast.
can have cold soup.
I know.
Hot soup coming through.
Hot soup. I will let it by because it's not in my picks, so
Okay.
it doesn't affect me.
Okay. Good for you. Derek?
You're next, buddy.
All right. Carry on the classics. We'll go with a BLT. That's
Mm,
bacon,
yeah.
lettuce, tomato.
Yeah. Keeping it simple.
Very
sure.
underrated.
It's good.
Yeah, extremely underrated. That's a great pick.
Mm.
Do you have a preferred spot to have a BLT or?
At home.
Like
Yeah.
oh, you mean location?
Yeah, location, like chain or anything like that.
Yeah, home. Yeah,
Okay.
homemade BLT. Just can't
Yeah, I don't
beat
know
it.
if I've ever ordered a BLT at a restaurant.
Yeah, I've never.
Same.
I don't even know if I've seen it on a menu. Oh, yeah, I guess I.
All
But
right.
it's like, why would I spend money on that
Right.
Yeah.
when I
We
can
just
get
make
any
it at
other
home.
sandwich?
Oh man. All right, I'm next. We haven't talked about breakfast.
I got one on my list.
Oh, do you?
I
I do.
yeah.
breakfast.
I picked a bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich.
Oh, yep.
Wow,
That
here
was
we
on my
go.
list. That was on my
There we
list.
go.
Yep.
I will I guess I made a lot of people upset. So that is obviously my number 3 pick. Jeez, we're
Yep.
worse. Yeah. I will have to say I don't have an honorable mention, but I will shout out. I know Boar's Head, please sponsor me, please. Because there is this Chipotle gourmets that you make that I will literally put everything on it. Egg and cheese sandwiches, bacon, egg and cheese sandwiches. Another sandwich that hopefully no one picks in my list later on that I won't mention.
Oh boy.
Sorry,
Literally
what sandwich is that?
anything. What was that? Literally anything.
Is that a sauce?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's kind of like it's like a mustard almost, but it's mayo, but it's Chipotle mayo. So
That
it's
sounds good.
oh so good. I gotta send you guys a link later. You can get it on Amazon. That's the only way I can get it. So all right, I guess it's my turn again for another pick. I'm going with a sloppy Joe.
Okay.
Ooh,
I didn't
good
have that
pick.
one.
So
Yeah,
it's
that's
funny
good.
because Alex and Derek, like we talked about a lot of stuff like when we play Rocket League, and I feel like there's the name for a sloppy Joe, but then there's another name for a sloppy Joe. Am I correct?
No.
I've never
I
heard
don't
of
know one off the top of my head.
Okay. I feel like there's another. I'm gonna do my Googling as I always do on the podcast. But yeah, that is a good summer like barbecue, like just food. So
Yep.
sloppy Joe for the win.
Okay.
All right.
Derek, you're next.
Well, I feel like this one's a little different from a chicken sandwich. So, chicken salad sandwich with cranberry and thinly sliced almonds.
Mm.
Hey,
Sounds
good.
I also had chicken salad sandwich on my list, so that's a good pick.
Okay.
I never had it with the cranberry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to try
Dried
that.
cranberries, thinly sliced almonds gives you that little crunch, gives it a little bittersweet.
Mhm.
Can't beat it.
Delicious.
Oh,
Yeah,
I will
absolutely.
say another name for a sloppy Joe is Wimpy.
Never heard it.
never heard of it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never.
Must be a eastern,
Must be an
northeastern thing.
Northeastern thing, yeah. Weird.
I know, right? I am.
All right. So I have a question before I give my next pick.
Oh, here we go.
No. I just want to make sure. So, Mike, you took bacon, egg, and cheese. Am I allowed to take a different meat with that as a breakfast sandwich? Is that allowed?
I'll allow it. Guys,
That's fine.
Because you didn't take breakfast sandwiches. You took a
Yeah.
A
specific
That's true.
particular
specific one.
sandwich,
particular.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll pass.
So that makes my pick a lot easier. I'm going to go with a pork roll, egg and cheese.
Mm.
is it pork roll or Taylor ham?
It is pork
Hold on.
roll. Don't start.
Oh, I had Taylor ham for the first time last year. It was so good.
Did you?
It's very
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever been to the awful state of New Jersey. The only good thing about New Jersey is their pizza and their breakfast sandwiches. Phenomenal. Every time I go to
pizza?
Jersey, always get a pork roll, egg and cheese. Chef's kiss. Phenomenal.
Ooh, pizza,
That
you
sounds
said?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Some
Jersey
greasy-
pizza is phenomenal.
Ah,
New Jersey pizza.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
oh,
All right, Alex, your pick.
All right, I'm gonna go with the fried bologna sandwich.
Ooh.
Okay.
Really
I've
good.
never had one.
Oh, you gotta try it. Put some bologna in a skillet, fry it up.
Hmm.
Put some lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise. It's good.
Toss some cheese on there if you're feeling
Yeah.
feeling a
Cheese.
little saucy.
Cheesy.
Cheesy.
Okay. All right, you have your this is the final round. So, Alex, your final
Okay.
pick.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with an egg salad sandwich.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Put some bacon on it. Avocado.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
getting
Bingo.
fancy.
Yeah,
Not an egg salad guy, but I respect it.
it's good.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Final pick. This is a sandwich, so technically it's a sandwich. So I don't want anyone yelling at me. I am going with an ice cream sandwich.
Okay.
That is a sandwich. Ice cream.
Could have sworn I was playing Rocket League for a hot second.
That is a sandwich. Is an ice cream sandwich, correct?
Where's
Literally
the bread,
says
though?
sandwich.
Well, it's a sandwich.
Okay.
Well, it's in
I
between
guess.
it's in between what? Two
I don't know what you call
baked
them.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's a
cookies,
sandwich.
oh.
Yes,
technically a sandwich.
it is a sandwich.
Okay.
It's called a sandwich.
You could call those bread.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it passes.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
All right. We'll go
Okay,
with it.
perfect.
Under further review. No.
The ruling on field stands. All right, cool.
right,
Derek, your final pick.
All right. Well, all of mine are gone, so I'm going to go with a sausage patty, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Okay, that's a good pick.
That's
Yeah.
off the cuff.
Yeah.
That's, we literally saw you made it.
Yeah, I actually just made one.
Oh, that's nuts. Wow. Yeah, I will say that these rankings was very challenging to try to come up with a list
Mhm.
because, we've done, what are these? 3 of them now? So
Yeah.
we did like songs that get people to the dance floor. We had, what was the other one that we did with
appetizers?
appetizers, and now sandwiches. And, sandwiches that you don't realize how limited you are with these sandwiches around
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will say my final pick would be a barbecue pulled pork sandwich
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
classic. Dang.
with some good barbecue sauce.
Have you ever had
Just-
Carolina barbecue?
Is that like with Carolina Reaper?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's some in the Carolinas. It's good.
I have not actually, but
It's a vinegar based.
I'll keep that in mind.
It's really good. Yeah.
Mm.
You got a
That's really
spot
good.
around you for those sandwiches, or I guess it's not the sandwich; it's really the barbecue sauce that makes it.
Yeah, it's it's funny. I always have what do you call it? I always have like cookouts and barbecues that I really really like having. So it's worth it. So it's good.
All right.
Okay. Honorable mentions. I'll list mine off first. No one took hot dog.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sandwich. Yeah.
It is. It's the same as like the cheesesteak kind of
Yeah.
debacle.
This
Yeah.
answers all the questions. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Correct.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think
There
we
we
just
go.
decided that.
All right.
So hot dog, peanut butter jelly.
I had that.
Okay. I had chicken parm sub
Oh,
with
that's-
the chicken
yeah.
parm,
Yeah,
throw it in
that's
some
good.
bread.
Yeah.
Italian hoagie.
Ooh.
Nutella and fluff.
Oh,
Oh, we kind
Uh,
of covered the Nutella, didn't we?
Yeah, kind of. That's why. Yep. Buffalo chicken panini. Slaps. Gyro. I like gyros. I think they're pretty good.
Mm,
Oh, yeah,
yeah. Gyros are really good.
Yep. A tuna sandwich. Not everybody's favorite, but it's on the list.
Mm.
And then my last one was a Reuben.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
classic.
I forgot
Another
about
classic.
Rubens.
Yeah.
Those are
yeah.
so.
Dang it.
That's all I got. I don't know if anyone else has any others.
You listed my last one: peanut butter and jelly.
Yep.
And Derek, you ran out, right?
I ran out like 5 sandwiches. Yeah.
What's funny is my last reserve list. So I only had one reserve on this, which that was like probably the closest I've ever been with power rankings. I almost had to do a Derek and make my own sandwich, but but I actually, this is what I have at work. It's a turkey cheese and that Chipotle Gourmet's sandwich.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, turkey
So-
sandwich. No one said turkey. Dang.
Yeah.
Turkey's a great sandwich. Lunch
absolutely,
meat turkey is
yeah.
phenomenal.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
Wow.
real good.
You get boar's head turkey?
we get a local. I myself get a local shopping
Okay.
center brand.
Nice.
Mm.
So,
Fresh sliced.
yeah, right at the
Nice.
deli. I used to do the grab and go, but then I realized that I wasted more. So then I just
Mhm.
went to the deli every time now. You know,
It's good.
having that courage to go up and ask for a half pound of turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So,
Wow.
well, I guess that concludes another Funny Business Power Rankings. Derek and Alex, thank you so much for joining us today and being on the show. I think, as always, what we try to do with our guests is the guests should wrap up with the show. So, Alex and Derek, I'll let you two figure out who's Matt, who's Mike, and we'll just sit back and we'll let you do it. So,
Who?
Floor is yours.
yeah, the floor is yours. Go ahead.
All right.
Wrap up the show.
Thank you for watching Funny Business Podcast.
Shout
Get
out
our
to
merch.
Yeah, get the
Or their
merch.
merch.
Merch is, well, yeah, we should be getting some residue off this, but yeah, get some merch in the pod store.
Yeah. Listen to us on any platform.
Subscribe.
Watch our shorts. We just
Yeah,
hit
oh, yeah,
1,000
yeah,
views on our Instagram short.
Like those Instas.
Like the
I don't know-
TikToks.
I don't know if we're on TikTok yet, but
Mhm.
if we are, okay, all right. Yep. Like, share. Sharing is huge.
Yep. Hit
Boost-
that bell
boost.
icon for some notifications.
Yep, boost the algorithm. Get
Yep.
it out there.
Yeah. And that's
Put you on
about
the
it.
spot.
I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're forgetting one particular thing that
Shout
I
out
might
to our
hand over.
dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out Pete Scott.
Yeah.
Pete, we know you're listening.
Shout out to the dads.
Shout out to our fiancés.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
Shout
to our
out to
girlfriends.
marriage.
Yep.
Yep.
And girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yep. Girlfriends.
So you're forgetting one particular thing that I
Okay.
always ask Matt at the end of every show, or in the middle, as he's tried to do.
Matt, are you sick of hearing our anchor ads?
I don't know if I can legally answer that question.
Hey, what is it, Mike?
Shall I take it over?
Mhm.
Go for it.
So wherever that Derek and Alex said, solo.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew,
Yeah.
what is your advice for the good people of the funny business world?
So, daylight savings time was 2 weekends ago at this point.
Sure.
However, I think there's probably still some people out there. Don't forget to make sure your clock in your car is okay. I had a rental car this past weekend when I was in Florida, and I went in the car to drive somewhere. I wasn't going to the airport yet to leave, but I turned on the car. I was like, is it 5 o'clock already? And then I looked at my phone. I was like, oh yeah, they didn't change the clock in the car. So just a little FYI, if you're running late and you start your car and you think it's a little later, maybe just remember to change it in your car.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sound advice.
Thank you.
You know, those rich people who drive those Ferraris and Rolls Royce don't really change the clocks
yeah.
back. So, you know, Matt is
Yeah.
10,000 per episode. I mean, that's
Yeah. Well, after this, we're probably going to
Can't
bump up
blame
to like
him.
15.
Easily.
And then give your guest a cut, preferably.
Yeah.
That's only if we get up to 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'll let you know when we get there.
That seems attainable.
Right. Yeah.
well, that's good. But yeah, that concludes another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. Alex and Derek, thank you so much for joining us. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.